Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilky. We're here with this second video or installment. We're taking on Arachsiam or Spooder on Pro Mode. Now, for those of you who've been following me, you may have already noticed that I am currently using a different gun. And we're not using the Memento right now, but I switched to the Wildfire, and on top of that, I did actually switch armor pieces. We're currently running a crit-based build. Now, I do want to get a feel for that, because as I mentioned, I want to try to make a crit Memento work. I do have the feeling, quite honestly, that it's probably not the most efficient thing to do, because the Wildfire is just going to be better at doing what I'm trying to do. Needless to say, we're still gonna try, and we will see how the results are looking like. Now, you may notice that the damage here is a bit weird or fluctuating. That is because of this week's mutation. We have, I don't know what the name is, but essentially the first couple hits, you have a debuff, and you're stacking, or you gotta get stacks first to get your damage up on par. So, other than that, I did get calibrations going, so my Doombringer has 4 bullets now, and that is also one of the reasons why I'm curiously happy. I'm happier than I thought I would be with this setup. Other than that, there really isn't much to say. I think everybody knows that the Wildfire is a universally good gun. There's just no denying that. Anybody who says otherwise, I don't know, man. This gun is just... For being a purple gun and for being so cheap and simple to use, it's such a fantastic weapon. I cannot stress this. I mean, early on I used it because I knew that this is a very easy to maintain weapon, and it's gonna make my life, especially early in the game's lifespan, easier. But boy, this thing is useful year-round. Like, absolutely. You can see that without too much trouble, we are getting the spooder down. Obviously, if you've seen the other video where I pretty much destroyed her... Whoops. Where did that one come from? Where I pretty much destroyed the spider with my Memento, but that was, as I mentioned, partially because of the... It wasn't partially. It was pretty much only because of the modifiers we had, which made weak spot damage a lot higher and added penetration boost, so I had like probably 50% increased damage, which resulted in me plinking well over 100,000 damage hits per shot. So that was pretty wild. Needless to say, this is still pretty damn convenient and easy. So, we're gonna summon our doggy, and execution time, my friend. For good measure, I could actually take my Doombringer, but you can see that this is not really difficult, is it? And I'll show you my mods in probably build video, but talking about my stats, we're like having a lot of stuff that's missing here. So my mods are far from perfect. I have pretty all over the place stats still. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for Arachsiam Pro Mode with Wildfire. As I mentioned, changing out builds, trying out a crit build. Once I have enough experience, and especially once I have the right mods, I need to get another calibration of this sorts, and then I will try and replicate and see how things are going with the Memento crit-based. Other than that, I do hope this was helpful, or some form, you know, guidance, showing people that you can still kill the spider even despite the modifications. Actually, yeah, that was the field mutation. So we have suppressant damage and tireless takedown. This is the ones that I think about. So great ones take 60% less damage, and each of your attacks grants you a stacking 10% up to 8 stacks. So at the start, you're dealing less than half of your damage, and once you start hitting the boss repeatedly, you gain a buff, and at some point you deal more damage. And yeah, that's it. So thank you all for being here, and I'll see you guys next time.